What if I told you Daredevil Born Again Season 2 starts in a way that completely changes the game, without even showing too much? One of the biggest changes this season is the tone. This doesn't feel like a typical superhero show anymore. It leans heavily into political drama and psychological tension. The main theme introduced here is power versus resistance. Who controls the city? Who gets to decide what justice looks like? And more importantly, what happens when the system itself starts to feel broken? These ideas are subtly introduced, but they're clearly going to drive the entire season forward. The direction in Episode 1 is sharp and intentional. There's a strong focus on atmosphere, long pauses, meaningful dialogue, and scenes that let tension build naturally. Instead of constant action, the show takes its time setting things up, and when something does happen, it actually feels impactful. It's a more mature style of storytelling, and honestly, it suits Daredevil perfectly. At the center of everything, we have Matt Murdock, played by Charlie Cox, and once again, he's caught between two worlds, his life as a lawyer and his identity as Daredevil. But this time, it feels heavier. It's not just about choosing between right and wrong anymore. It's about survival, consequences, and how much he's willing to sacrifice. You can see that internal struggle building throughout the episode. Even in quieter moments, there's tension, like something is about to snap. On the other side, we have Wilson Fisk, played by Vincent D'Onofrio, and he is more powerful than ever. Without going into spoilers, let's just say his influence has grown far beyond what we've seen before. And what makes this even more interesting is how calm and controlled he appears. There's no need for chaos when you already have power, and that's what makes him even more dangerous this season. The tension between Fisk and Matt is already building in Episode 1, and you can tell it's heading towards something big. Season 2 picks up right after the aftermath of Season 1, and you can feel the shift instantly. New York doesn't feel the same anymore. It's more tense, more controlled, and honestly, more dangerous. There's a strong sense that something has changed in the balance of power, and instead of easing into the story, Episode 1 throws you straight into this new reality. You're not being guided slowly. The show expects you to keep up. And that actually works in its favor. Another interesting aspect of this episode is how it introduces new elements without fully explaining them. You'll notice hints of new threats, possible new characters, and situations that don't immediately make sense. And that's intentional. The show is clearly playing the long game here, giving you just enough to stay curious without revealing too much too soon. So what works best in this episode? First, the pacing. It's fast enough to stay engaging, but slow enough to build tension. Second, the performances, especially from Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio, who completely own their roles. And third, the tone. It feels grounded, serious, and more realistic than most Marvel shows. Overall, Episode 1 does exactly what a season premiere should do. It sets the tone, raises the stakes, and leaves you with questions that make you want to keep watching. If this is how Season 2 starts, we're definitely in for something bigger, darker, and way more intense than before. What did you think about the first episode? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and if you want more quick, spoiler-free breakdowns like this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Movie Decoded. I'll see you in the next one.